You already know what to do, what it is. You already know the best. It's your boy, Mr. Bell, aka say your name on this pod. Might not with you the mob. Welcome to another episode of Hold Up in Another Thing presented by Mixed Vibes Media. Man, I'm saying y'all already know the vibes. Happy New Year. This is the first episode from Hold Up in Another Thing of 2026. So first off, it's gonna be a solo pod. I ain't got no guest today. It's just me. I said I was gonna do this more I think it was last year or 2024, one of the years. And I said I was gonna do it more, and I ain't never really actually got around to doing it more. I think I did one last year after the WNBA finals. But other than that, I haven't done a solo pod since. So that's what I'm doing today. I got the video set up. Like, this is not gonna come out on YouTube more than likely. This is really just going to be a podcast. But I was like, all right, man, I ain't did nothing this year. I ain't lining nothing up. Okay, let me go on and get on here because it's an Instagram reel that I had seen with her more talking about his relationship status. But before I get into that and I discuss that, I wanted to first get into. So I was having a conversation, and she was like, "We should make that together, and we should cook together in the kitchen." And in my head, that sounds so more romantic. That sounds so romantic. But in theory, ain't that kind of difficult? Because it ain't even got the matter of the size of the kitchen. Us being together in the same space, trying to figure out how much you're gonna season this, or how much soy sauce to put in this, or how little soy sauce to put in this, or do you use salt? Some people don't even use salt when they're cooking, which they use just straight seasoning salt. Some people use black pepper and salt. It, you know, the cooking together, it sounds romantic, but when you actually get in that kitchen to do it, I think it's gonna be harder than it seems. Like, it's gonna be tight in that kitchen. I'm moving this way, you moving that way. If we But I think, it might be a good thing if, we get together in that kitchen and we move like a beautiful orchestra. It ain't no misses. That maybe that's a sign that, hey, we know each other. We in tune. We intertwined. That's a good look. But yeah, I don't know. I was just wondering, like, damn, is cooking together really something that is feasible or doable, or will we end up getting there? I mean, is it a sexy thing, or will we end up getting on each other's nerves? I think that's the question. Like, cooking together, do we work together in a good way, or do we end up getting on each other's nerves to the fact that we don't even want to do it no more? But it's just a quick thought that I had about the situation. I also say Happy New Year at the beginning of this, and it is, what is this, January 18th? Like, it's January 19th, and I get that it's like the first episode, but it's like super late. Like, man, people that said they weren't gonna dry January, they already had their drink right now. New Year, new me, which ain't as popular now, but New Year, new me people already quit going to the gym, and I'm over here talking about some Happy New Year. But anyways, Happy New Year. You feel what I'm saying? But now, so to the to hear more thing. First off, I love to hear. I saw to hear. It was sometime 2 years ago. He came here with Kevin on stage, and hilarious. Kevin on stage was funny, but to hear tore that motherfucker down, you hear me? To hear more tore it down, like, bruh, super hilarious. Like, if he come back to the city, I'm definitely going to check him out. But he was on Full Pumps. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to now I can't think of their names. Even though I know them, and I have watched they came from horrible decisions, but they do decisions. I think it's decisions now. But yeah, Weezy, and then Mel, ain't it? Ain't her name Mel? What is her name? Jesus, I don't even forget that woman's name. But anyway, shout out to Mandy, sorry. Mandy, sorry. I said Neil, Mandy. But yeah. But now shout out to them. This is crazy disrespect I just showed. It was not intentional. I just forgot their names that quick. But So he was on a podcast and he was talking about how him and his wife had the conversation with their daughter about, you know, polygamy. That's the polygamy, or they was going, and then they had a separate conversation about open relationships. And as a parent, I'm sitting here trying to figure out, how do you have that conversation? Like he said, he's an entertainer. He's seen all over the world, bro, be on tour, doing a bunch of different things. And he didn't want the picture to get back to his daughter of him kissing on another woman. And then she be the last to find out, which I respect, and I totally respect and I understand, because you want your child who's living in this house that y'all were making decisions that's going to eventually affect this child. Totally respect them having a conversation. I'm just trying to figure out how I would even start that conversation, or what do I say to my son to be like, so yeah, me and your mama, we gonna be out here doing our own thing with other people. And I know that's not how the conversation is supposed to start. I know it ain't how it's supposed to be said, but that's how I talk. So I'll be out here like, yeah, nah, me and your mama, yeah, we gonna do our own 1, 2, 3, and you might see me with somebody, you might see her with somebody else. It's cool, no hard feelings. I don't think the conversation is going to go over as well as their conversation did, because I guess you have to take the time and the patience to actually have that conversation. But besides having the conversation with your child, the thought of the thought of me, an open relationship. Let's start with the open relationship, right? Having an open relationship says that I'm okay with you going out here to do what you do while I still go do what I do. I don't know if I'm okay with you doing what you do. It's so for me and everybody. I'm talking about for me personally. This ain't about. This ain't like shots at her or whoever lives that open relationship. If y'all live that open relationship lifestyle, please inform me to let me know. But to let y'all thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what y'all thoughts is. But to be in an open relationship, I have to be okay with knowing some other man is knocking your boots off. Somebody else is pulling your hair. You get what I'm saying? Some other guy out here sucking on your toes and shit, and I'm supposed to just be okay with that because I'm out here doing what I'm doing with this other young lady. Is the I don't know if the trade off is worth it. If I'm being honest, is the trade off worth me being able to do what I do want to do, fuck who I want to fuck, touch on and suck on and lick on whoever I want to, knowing the fact that you sucking on and licking on whoever you want to? I just think that would drive me crazy. I'm not at that level of matureness yet, I guess, because I'm definitely not there. I'm still hell. I be tripping when I hear. Look, bro, I don't even want to hear about your exes at this point. That's where I'm at with it. I don't even want to hear about your exes. But to know while I'm sitting here watching football on this Sunday night, and you saying, "Hey, I'm ready to step out." Step out where? Step out with who? So I'm in here watching football while you sucking on somebody else's balls. I don't. But because we ain't open and somebody, I don't know. I don't think I'm that level. I'm not ready for that type of relationship. And then to go another step further, just using Tahira's situation as an example, to know that okay, I have a girlfriend, I found me somebody else, but me and my wife is still together, but she found somebody else, and they out here going on vacations and stuff. Again, that's a whole nother level of maturity that I do not possess, because for who and for what? And I looked at the comment sections, and a lot of the comment sections said the first thing that I thought of is, why y'all even still together at this point? But marriage is like open relationship. I guess I can understand more because it's like, all right, maybe we got everything else right. We just missing the sex part. So you free to go do who you want, and I'm free to go do who I want. I can understand that more. I ain't saying I'm strong enough to do it, mentally capable of doing it, but I can understand it more. But if we are living a poly life, and if, like you said, like he said, they was looking for the third, but they end up just being in separate relationships. But if y'all in separate relationships, are y'all really y'all staying married for the business part of it. From from my perspective, or from what I'm taking from it is that you're staying together from the business perspective of it, not even the loving and the all the aspects of a relationship that doesn't involve sex. Because that's what an open relationship to me is. We we still hold all the aspects of a relationship. We still do all those things, you know, hell, the having dinners together, doing the family trips and all of that. And we sitting here watching a movie, having popcorn, and whatever the case may be. Like all the smaller details of a relationship and the larger details of a relationship, we still do all of those things. We just get our rock off with other people. To me, that's what an open relationship is. Once you go to that poly lifestyle where you got a relationship and I got a relationship, then what are we? Why are we married? Are we just staying married for the sake of saying we're married, or we have kids, or whatever the case is? So we don't want the kids to break up. So whatever the case may be, I'm just wondering, what point do you just say, eh, is it worth it? You get what I'm saying? Is it worth it? And then I don't want to go on vacation with my wife and her boyfriend, and me and my shorty, we got finished, and they still in there going for round three. And she like, nah, I'm tired. I'm ready to lay it down. It's vacation. They in there knocking the boots. They going round after round after round. I don't know if I want her that. Then I'm gonna be upset. Then I'm ready to go. Like, nah, that's my wife. She want another round. I'm gonna be the one to give it to her. See, and you can't really do that, but that's what I'm gonna want to do. So, hey, it's like another level. Is it maturity, or I don't know if it's maturity or I don't give a. Like that's a whole nother level of that I don't possess. I don't know if it's maturity or just being I don't give a fuck, and we just separated. We moving on doing our own separate things. I don't know, whatever the case may be. Y'all let me know in the comments. All right, just so to switch gears a little bit. J. Cole dropped his this 2-track 2 song. And the hype is coming out, the fall off is coming. And can I be honest here? I'm not 100% sure I'm sold quite yet on the J. Cole experience. We know J. Cole is gonna drop bars. That's without question. He's always done that. You know he gonna rap his ass off. He always been capable of doing that. But see, so for me, the thing with the J. Cole, I'm gonna call it the J. Cole experience now is after the beef, you bow gracefully out of the beef. I ain't gonna say gracefully. Gracefully is probably not the right word. But you bow out of the beef. You bow out of the battle, and then I don't know if I want to hear you. I don't know if I want to hear J. Cole rap like I'm him. Anybody can get it. Don't nobody want to smoke with me. You already proven that when it was time for the smoke, you ran from the smoke. And I get that the Drake and the Kendrick beef went in a whole separate direction, and that's not what Cole thought it was going to be. Cole thought it was going to be for the sport, which I think Kendrick. I think Kendrick wanted. That's what Kendrick wanted. Kendrick didn't want it to become personal. Drake was going to make it personal because Drake, we beef him. If you diss me, I don't think I'm supposed to be friendly and just we ain't out here having fun. So I think from Drake's perspective, he looked at it as, man, we ain't out here having fun. We ain't here just kicking it. You diss me, I'm gonna go hard at you. As the word Kendrick was just doing it as I'm sharpening my knives, I'm sharpening my skills. We can do that, but once it got personal, then I'm gonna keep going. And I get it. Like Cole was cool with it for the sport, but once it got personal, Cole didn't want to do it. But I don't know if I want to hear you rap about how anybody can get it and you the best rapper and all of this other stuff, and you not gonna do that. You're not gonna do it when it's time to do it. At least that's just my thoughts. I asked Dion, shout out to Dion from my perspective. I asked Dion. Dion's a big Cole fan. And Dion said, "Yeah, nah, I still think he can rap like that just because that situation happened don't mean Cole ain't gonna give it to whoever the next person. But he already proved that he ain't gonna give it to whoever it is. So I don't, at least me, I can only speak for me. I don't think I want to hear Cole go like that. And then he also, with it being the name of the song that was released was this two track two. It'll foreshadows. I would seem to guess that it's going to be a double album. Double albums are hard. You think about double albums. Pac had a double album classic. Biggie had a double album. Wu Tang had a double album, but it's different with Wu Tang. It's 30 of them. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to have a double album when it's 30 of y'all rapping. Everybody get a solo track, then we have a couple posse tracks, and then you know what I'm saying? You're good. But Jay done double this. I don't the Blueprint too. It was a good album. I ain't gonna say it was. It wasn't 444. You know what I mean? It wasn't like he had 444 and Reasonable Doubt put together. It was a good album, but I ain't saying it was a classic. Doing a double, doing a double disc is hard, and that's a lot of music. I think Cole can do it if done realistically. Like, well, nowadays music ain't nothing but what's the album? 45 minutes, 30 minutes? Yeah, probably about 33 minutes. 3 4 minutes of track. So we'll be looking at an hour of music. He'll each one album probably have 12 or 13, the other one have 14. So it ain't I don't think it's gonna be too crazy. But if Cole's gonna be out here trying to give you 43 tracks, then I think that's where the problem comes in. It's gonna be difficult. If he makes a classic album with 18, let's say 18 songs, he can add a couple filler because he's been recording this for 10 plus years. Think about it. Dude has been talking about this Fall Off album, which he mentioned it being his last album for 10 plus years. So he's got some songs. I wonder if we're gonna have features on it. If he's going to you because I keep hearing the theories of he's gonna have features from people who supposedly falling off. So I guess that's where the Cameron, the verse for the verse will come in. Maybe your Walkers, maybe I'm trying to think of other rappers or musicians in general who have fallen off. Maybe a Missy because you don't hear from Missy a lot. I would love to hear a J Cole and Missy song. Well, another J Cole and Missy song. I think that would go stupid. Dude, that would be great. Or maybe a Monica and J Cole. I don't know if Monica's necessarily falling off. It's different with R&B. They take breaks, but I want to see what the album, how he does the album, if it's a double disc, if he's gonna have features on it, and if so, what type of features? Are you going to have current day or rappers? Are you gonna have some of Dreamville on there, or are you going to go with rappers like your Ja Rule or 50 Cent, people who are past? Of course, I would say two people that's beefing, people that's who passed their prime, but who still got the bars or who still can come up with some songs, come up with the lyrics or whatever the case may be, or is he gonna go no features like he has done before? Cole has gone platinum with no features. I also want to hear what he's rapping about. It's like I said from the beginning. I don't know if I want her to go talk about I want to smoke. I think I want to hear more so of this thought provoking, a reflection. Because if this is his last album, and this is his grown man album, I'm married man with two kids, 3 kids, whatever the case might be. I want to hear more of a reflection, of more of a I I thought this through. This is my life now. I want Cole's 444 out. If that makes sense, that's what I want. I know a lot of people that love like that album. I actually love that album. It's probably my favorite J album from my the Blank album. Yeah, I think I go Blank album. Yeah, 444. But anyways, yeah, I want to hear what Cole did. Speaking of people who I guess you could say past Betty Brown, but from that snippet I heard, that boy ain't lost his prime. Tip's coming back. He cut the dreads off. He had to bully that man. I said he was hat fishing at her. He cut them dreads off, and then he back out here rapping. My cousin said to me as soon as I seen that, I said that reminds me of sitting on 24's tip. Back in the day, I'm serious tip. He got that hat tilted. Yeah, I'm excited to see that project. Y'all also bully him with that comedy special. I ain't listened to it because I'm not listening to it. I ain't watched it because T.I. one of my favorite rappers. I don't look at him different if it's bad, and a lot of y'all saying it's bad. I don't know if I won't look at it because then I'm gonna be looking at Tip different, and I don't want to look at Tip different. But I am excited to hear this album. Hell, I would love a Tip feature on the Jacob. That'll give Tip some more juice. The hype of his album, because at least the way that snippet went from what Tip did, where after he was in the barbershop, cut the hair off, got on that car, started barring him up. Yeah, man. I'm excited. I can't wait for that album to drop. If you ask me who I want to hear more cold Tip, it's gonna be Tip. But anyway, man, hey man, appreciate y'all for listening to one of my solo voyages podcasts. That's what we're gonna call it, solo voyages. You're check out all the other Mixed Vibes media and all the content that we pushing. Like I said, I'm gonna try to do these more solo thoughts. It ain't really necessarily my bag, but we'll try them out a little more here and there, a little more often, especially so that way it don't be months in between me dropping podcasts. But yeah, man, y'all let me know in the comment section or whatever the case may be. Y'all already know the best. It's your boy, Mr. Bell, aka say your name up on this pod. Might not put you off the mom. Thank y'all for listening to another episode of Hold Up in Another Thing presented by Mixed Vibes Media. We get at y'all later.